Well, first off, I have to apologize for my voice. I've been fighting some terrible bug that has infiltrated my body and is wreaking havoc with my head, my voice, my sinuses, and all that good stuff. But I'm going to try to get through this article. Victoria Alonzo, we finally have confirmation that she was fired by Disney and she did not just walk away from Disney. She was fired. And according to Disney, it's over this other project that she did, and she breached her contract. So let's read through this article and see what it has to say. Victoria Alonzo's work as a producer of the Oscar-nominated feature film Argentina 1985 is being cited as the reason to fire the longtime Marvel Studios executive, according to 3 sources with knowledge of Alonzo's exit. Alonzo's attorney, however, pushed back on that justification, calling it absolutely ridiculous. Attorney Patty Glazer, who is representing Alonzo in her departure from Disney, instead claims that the executive was silenced by Disney and that she had the studio's blessing to work on Argentina in 1985. At issue, according to the source, was Alonzo's 2018 employment contract with Disney that prohibits her from working on projects for any rival studios. Argentina in 1985 was produced in part by Amazon Studios, which released the film on Prime Video in October. So, she works for Disney. She works for Marvel, Disney Marvel. And she went to work on this other project and put her name on this other project for a studio that she doesn't even work for. Okay. And it's Amazon. Amazon Prime is one of Disney Plus's biggest rivals as far as streaming goes. So, yeah, that could be a problem. That could be a problem, but let's keep going. Alonzo, who was born and raised in Argentina, did not alert Disney to her work on Argentina in 1985 in advance, sources say. Her years of service with Marvel, however, afforded Alonzo enough clout that the studio grandfathered her moonlighting into a new employment agreement that Alonzo signed last year, according to these sources, which explicitly forbade the executive from working any further outside of Marvel. So once they found out about her working on this other project, they wrote up another employment ingredient, which she signed, saying that, hey, you have to stop working for the rival studio. You have to stop. Right now, you have to stop. Including any extracurricular promotion, while projects at outside distributors are uncommon for an executive of Alonzo's stature, they are not unheard of. Now, of course, she would go to work on this movie because, 1, she's from Argentina. 2, she's an insufferable activist. So it's just something that she saw and she's like, oh, I've got to have my name on this. I've got to have my name on this project. Even though she doesn't work for Amazon. I don't know if she even earned any money for doing this, but she did it anyway. After Argentina in 1985 was selected by the eponymous nation as its official submission for the Academy Awards, however, Alonzo hit the award season circuit to help bring the film to its eventual Oscar nomination for international film. Alonzo was reminded repeatedly in writing that she was in violation of her contract. But she forged ahead anyway, walking the press line at the Oscars with Argentina in 1985 director Santiago Mitre, rather than as one of the executive producers of multiple nominee Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Just 8 days later, Alonzo was fired for breach of contract and violation of Disney standards of business conduct. So even after she was warned, look, you've got to leave this other project alone. This project is for a rival studio. You're breaching your contract. When the Oscar celebration, the Oscar ceremonies came up, instead of walking for the movie that was produced by the company that she works for, she decided she was going to walk the press line with the director of the other film. And then Marvel fired her for it. It seems legit to me. It absolutely seems legit. The idea that Disney both knew and approved her ability to work on Argentina in 1985, then ostensibly say that they have cause to fire her over an interview or two in support of that film seems crazy, said one former Disney film executive. Well, it doesn't seem like an interview or two. It seemed like she just ignored Black Panther. The idea that Victoria was fired over a handful of press reviews, blah, 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 same thing. And here they go. They have to let the world know, because of what she is. They can't just say she's a woman, that she's an executive producer, president of visual effects at Marvel, post-production at Marvel. They have to let everybody know that Victoria, a gay Latina, had the courage to criticize Disney, was silent. So now they're trying to turn it around and say that Disney fired her because she's outspoken about identity politics and about all of the gay pushing agendas that Disney has been doing lately instead of just this breach of contract. Well, if you take a look at Disney and all of their other executives, Kevin Feige, Bob Iger, have said that they're going to continue to push the identity politics. They're going to continue with telling these stories that they think are important, with the race swapping, with the gender swapping, with the sexuality swapping. They're going to continue to do that, even outside of what she had to say. Now, I'm not saying that she wasn't responsible, that she wasn't one of the people that pushed this agenda, but it doesn't seem that her leaving is going to make too much of a difference. I mean, one less cog in the machine might be beneficial for us anyway, but it doesn't seem like it's going to change a whole lot. She was then terminated when she refused to do something she believed was reprehensible. Disney and Marvel made a really poor decision that will have serious consequences. There is a lot more to this story, and Victoria will be telling it shortly in one form or another. Well, of course she will. Source close to the matter also says that following Alonzo's remarks at the 2022 GLAAD Awards, in which he called out then CEO Bob Chapek by name for his reaction to Florida's Don't Say Gay bill, she was told she could no longer do press for Marvel projects. Yes, she called out Bob Chapek, the CEO of Disney, her boss, the boss of everyone at Disney. She called him out and say, hey, you have to do more to fight this project. This Don't Say Gay, which is actually the Parental Rights in Education bill, which tells teachers and schools that they're not allowed to teach sexual orientation to kids in kindergarten through third grade. They're not allowed to teach them anything about sex, anything about gender, anything about your gender identity, or say anything about, hey, it's okay if you're gay. When you're in kindergarten. She called out Bob Chapek, which caused Disney to lose all of their special statuses that they had with Florida. They had a self-governing status. They had some tax-exempt statuses. And now it's costing Disney billions of dollars that they now have to pay to Florida because they lost all their statuses. And she was the one that called it out and said, hey, you have to fight against this. And of course, she was in charge of special effects, and post-production. Not only do the people that worked in special effects and post-production say that she was an insufferable bully, that if you didn't listen to her, if you didn't do what she said, if you had an opinion that she didn't support, she would blacklist you. She would get you fired. She would make sure that you never got to work for Disney again. And she was driving people away. The only people that would work for Disney and the special effects were obviously not the best special effects people that you could get. All you have to do is take a look at some of Disney's recent projects like She-Hulk, Thor, Love and Thunder, Multiverse of Madness, Quantumania. The special effects are terrible. They're just a mush. They're just really, really not up to par. And we know the special effects can be amazing. I didn't see it. I don't want to see it, but apparently Avatar 2 is just incredible as far as the special effects go. Picard season 3, just incredible as far as the special effects go. So it's not that the special effects have gotten worse. It's just the fact that she was pushing out all the good special effects artists and not allowing for a happy inclusion. Well, I'd say inclusionary. She was not allowing for a very decent work culture for these people to work in. So they were losing the people that they really needed because of the way that she acted. So yeah, she was busy working for this Argentina, this passion project, instead of actually doing the job that she was supposed to do. And that's why she got fired. That's it. It's simple as that. But of course, they're going to come back and say that she was fired because she was outspoken, because she was gay, because she's a woman. They're going to use all of those triggers to say that that's the reason that she was fired, not simply because she wasn't doing her job and because she breached her contract. Well, if I had a job that I wasn't doing 100% the job that I was supposed to be doing and I got fired for it, I would expect that that was the reason that I was going to get fired. But of course, her being what she is, she probably can't even comprehend the fact that she got fired for not doing her job. To her, it's the simple fact that because she's a woman, because she's a lesbian, because she's a woman of color, that's the reason that they fired her and they were trying to silence her. We'll have to see what happens in the coming months. I can't wait to... These are just statements from her attorney. I can't wait to hear what some of her statements are going to be. So we'll just have to keep an eye out for this and see what transpires. I hope you liked the video. Once again, I apologize for the state of my voice. And plus, I'm on cold medicine, so if I just kind of rambled on, I apologize for that too. But if you did like it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and I will talk to you next time.